When we go deeper into that defense mode, we see that there is a trigger. So everything starts with a trigger. So first there is a trigger. And when there is a trigger to the body asks, is it dangerous? And when the answer is no, then all is okay. End. But what we see with sensory persons, with children who are really sensory impaired, or with children on autism, we see that, the answer will always be yes, there is danger. It's like that this switch, this yes, no switch is stuck into yes. And what happens is that the body goes into fight or flight. But we cannot fight the sensations in our body. We cannot flee from the sensation in our body. So the next option would be freeze. And then we freeze. And we see this a lot with, children in school. We talk to the teachers, and we tell the teacher, yes, I have a child at a home who comes home and is really stressed out. And we have, this anger outbursts at the end of the day, because school is so hard and so demanding on them. And then we ask the teacher, can you please help and not be so demanding on my child? And then we get this reaction of the teacher who says, I don't see this. Your child is not a problem in school. Your child is, cooperating. Everything is going well. I don't understand what you're asking me. So what is happening is actually that this child has gone into freeze during school day. Maybe already the first moment they step into the classroom or into the school doors, they go into freeze. And freeze doesn't really mean that they are not mobile. Freeze usually means for a child that they don't want to be seen, they disappear. And this is something I really know very well. I've done this for all my life. Just disappear in the crowd. I don't want to be seen. And for not wanting to be seen, I will be copying others. I will be copying others' behavior so that I'm not seen, just so that I blend into the group. For girls, this is very, very much their kind of autism. Boys, it's often different. It's often very much more visible, but that doesn't mean that boys don't disappear. They disappear as well. They often disappear into their hyperactive, or they disappear into jokes. Jokes is also very, being jokey all the time and acting the crazy one all the time. That's also disappearing. And that is a freeze mode. So if we can see that this is a freeze mode, this is energy stuck in the body and not going anywhere. And this child can't help it. It's a survival. It's a coping mechanism. Can you recognize this? Also, you know that from teachers that they say, I don't see what you see. Because what happens, let's go back to our screen. So what happens is the child is in freeze, and when the child comes home, the freeze thaws. And then all the emotions come back and they go into fight and flight. And at home, they go into a big fight, or they go in a complete meltdown. And then we have this spiral of being in a freeze spiral all the time, going into freeze, coming out of freeze, going into fight and flight, and then freeze again, thaw, fight and flight. And this, it's an ever repeating cycle. And it's very frustrating for parents because they see it and they cannot help it. So where do we cut? Where do we stop this?